sir. Welcome on India.com.
Nice to meet you, my dear. Nice to meet you. How are you?
All good, sir. Thank you for doing this with us, and congratulations for Uunchai.
Thank you, Vinita. Thank you so much.
Scaling all the heights every day. And I wish कि ऐसा ही करे, because I think this story of hope and motivation, I think it deserves much more. मुझे बताइए अनुपम sir कि was this truly expected? The kind of success, the kind of positive word of mouth that it's getting. Why I'm asking you this, sir, is because, I've seen you being so confident about this film. You have been hosting the screening, you've been talking about it, and I see so much confidence right from the beginning, So ye sab expected tha?
Because, Vinita, I believe in goodness. I believe in hope. I believe in optimism. I believe in friendship. And when a film represents all this, how can I not be confident about it?
Yeah.
तो ये तो बड़ा आसान है. और सूरज के साथ मैंने 4 फिल्में की हैं. ये उनकी मेरे हिसाब से उनकी बेस्ट फिल्म. In terms of मतलब सक्सेसफुल तो बहुत हुई होंगी और ये भी बहुत सक्सेसफुल हो रही है और होगी. मगर फिलॉसफी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ये ऐसे मौके पर आई है जब 2 साल के कोविड के बाद, 2 साल के लॉकडाउन के बाद लोग जो हैं वो थोड़ा सा हताश थे, घबराए हुए थे, अंदर से जद्दोजहद चल रही थी, उम्मीद और आशा की किरण कम नजर आ रही थी. ऐसे में ये फिल्म का आना लोगों की साइकी के लिए बहुत जरूरी है, और वो भी एंटरटेनमेंट तरीके से. ये कोई लेक्चर नहीं देती है, उपदेश नहीं देती है, ये आपको हंसते खिलाते कैसे कैसे आपको वो सब कुछ राहत देती है जिसकी हमें आज के दौर में सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत है.
Yeah, and isn't it the most fabulous thing about Uunchai that there are elders in the movie, that that your protagonists are aged people, and Suraj sir somehow managed to show them as non-preachy, like koi gyan nahi de rahe.
Because in real life also none of us are. I don't know any. None of us are. That's why we are relevant, because we are not giving उपदेश.
जी.
मैंने आज तक नहीं कभी कहा हमारे जमाने में, जब मैं आज से 40 साल पहले टीम लेकर आया था, मैं कभी नहीं बोलता. आई एम रेलेवेंट बिकॉज आई एम टुडेज पर्सन. Mr. Bachchan at the age of 80 is relevant because he is changed with times.
Absolutely.
And so is Baman Irani and Neena and Sarika. If you go by our biodata, we have constantly reinvented ourselves.
Absolutely. Yes. And that's also again so inspiring, sir, that you have been, all of you in fact been, just upgrading yourself every day, and just with every film.
हम अपनी ऐप अपग्रेड करते रहते हैं.
Right. One thing about the movie that I like, Anupam sir, is that usually when we see elders or senior actors in the movie, जहाँ पे generation का बात होता है sir, वहाँ पे ना हम एक conflict देख लेते हैं, like between the younger generation and the older generation, but यहाँ पे वो conflict नहीं है, like both these generations are pretty settled in their own spaces, so again that's one of the most beautiful things about the movie, right?
Because सूरज के family में conflicts नहीं है. He comes from the family which believes in goodness. Again, he comes from a family. He has seen that world. People ask him, "अरे आप बाकी किस्म की फिल्में नहीं बनाते हैं, मतलब इसमें जिस तरह." Look at it. Look at the amazing part of Rajshri's existence for 75 years, making 60 films and sticking to the values that they believe in.
Right.
That in itself is inspiring. That's why I call them the real first family of Indian cinema.
Sir, with movies without villains, that's what Rajshri is known as.
Yeah. Movies without, because they don't see any villains. Well, and they celebrate life. You see, they celebrate life. उनके जैसा cool dudes कोई नहीं है.
Yeah.
मैं सोचता हूँ कि coolest person is somebody who can be honest and who can be hopeful. वो नेगेटिविटी को जो कूल कहते हैं ना, जो फटी हुई भाषा में बात करते हैं, फटी हुई चीजों में बात करते हैं. मैं फटी हुई से मतलब है कि जो सोचते हैं कि धर्रे से, फॉर देम बीइंग गुड इज बीइंग संस्कारी. अरे बीइंग गुड इज बीइंग संस्कारी and being संस्कारी is being cool.
Right.
So they try to slot them also because they are not capable of being the way they are. That's why when आम जिंदगी में भी जब जो आपको कोई अच्छा लगता है या जो आप उनकी तरह नहीं हो सकते हो, तो आप उनको क्रिटिसाइज करना शुरू कर देते हो, ये सोच के कि मैं इनको अपने लेवल पे ले आता हूँ.
जी.
तो अगर आप अच्छा इंटरव्यू करती हैं और किसी दूसरे जो आपकी कुलीग है वो अच्छा इंटरव्यू नहीं करती हैं, तो वो आप में नुक्ताचीनी करेंगी, अपने आप को एलिवेट नहीं करेंगी.
That's the norm of the world, I guess.
Yes.
So what has been the biggest motivation for you to do this? Of course, I mean, I understand your bonding with Surat sir, and the entire friendship and the hope, the motivation that the story gives away. But actually, क्या है motivation?
I think मैं अपनी जिंदगी में भी उस मोड़ पे था जहाँ पर I was trying to change the course of my life when I became 60 years old. I wanted to be different. And to be different means I needed to look different. To look different, I needed to go into the gym. I needed to change myself physically. And I was saying that ये जो irrelevant कर देते हैं लोग, बोझ के जी आप तो ये अंकल जी हो गए हो. मैं कभी किसी को अंकल जी बोलने देता, not because I have an issue with being called that, but uncle ji is a cliche in India.
जी.
कि जब वो स्टीरियोटाइप है बिल्कुल, वो उनको लगता है कि अभी अंकल जी, तो मैं किसी को नहीं बोलता कि कोई मुझे नहीं कह सकता कि अंकल जी मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कैसे इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल करना है, कैसे इस पे जाना है, कैसे इस ऐप में जाना. आई नो इट बिकॉज so that I don't allow him to do that. I don't want anybody to call me, means I'm happy to be 532 films old, but to call me thespian legend, veteran, because it suits you to do that, I will not do that. So I think, so I was going through this phase where I wanted to reinvent myself. In that, Suraj Barjatya came with a film like this, where the people of certain age are trying to sort of break the stereotype and break the barriers. They're trying to look for courage. हम अपने घर वालों को भी, अपने बच्चे भी जो हैं, I don't know, I hope you don't do that, where we think our parents are now done with life. No, their experience of their life should be the best education for you. We have in our house a 70-year-old person, or my mother is 84-year-old. I have an 84-year-old experienced lady who can tell me so much about life, but we make them redundant. So that film came with this philosophy of mine. I said, I have to be part. I would have, as you said earlier, I would have done the film in any case. I will do a walk-on role in a Rashtriya film. But this philosophy, that's why everybody is so convincingly gone about this film.
So you're talking about, staying relevant so much. And of course, I think that you don't even have to say that to me, because, that just shows in whatever you choose, whether online or, on screen. What I wanted to know is that you say that it's a phase, so I'm assuming that, it wasn't, this wasn't the motivation since the very beginning when you started, say, your career in 1984, around in your 40 years of career. So was there a time when you just did the movies for the sake of it, just...
Yeah, there was a time. There was a time in fact, I remember the day that it happened. I was traveling from Bangalore to Mysore, and I was going Mysore to Bangalore, and I was to take a flight from Bangalore to Delhi, to Mumbai, then Mumbai to Chennai, because I was working round the clock. And I had become like a machine. And I was sleeping, and suddenly there was some blood in my nose, because I think something. So I said, what the hell am I doing? I'm not enjoying my now become like a machine. So that is the day, which was about 20 years back, I decided to give a pause. And then in the last 7, 8 years, 10 years, now I'm doing what I think I need. But there was a phase, थोड़ा दिमाग खराब होता है. Success तो दिमाग खराब करती है. You also, by being busy, makes you feel that you are busy, which I like to be busy. I like to be busy even till today also. But at that stage of my life, I was walking fast nowhere. Today I'm walking slowly, but somewhere.
Yeah. Sir, I'll just take you a few years back, and this is a question that I've always been wanting to ask you. I'm taking you back to Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. And apologies if you do not like this question, but I have to ask you this, So, when I, in fact, met Rani and Kejo also, I asked the same question. And I really want to ask you this, that now when you look back to that film, that's like, one of the most popular films, do you think that it was a misogynist and sexist in some manner, the storyline?
Well, you see, whenever we look at past, we can come up with millions of interpretations to that. I look at it I never thought about it till you asked me this question. I did not think it was an entertaining film, and it ran. That means it related with a lot of people. People found it at all. It has become fashionable now to give interpretations to what people do. So I don't think if that was not the intention of Karan Johar, then that was not the intention of the film.
Yeah.
If the intention is of the maker that let me just now make a film like this, and then I think there is something wrong. But if people are making a film with a certain sense of innocence or certain sense of a joy or whatever it is, then I don't think it is. It is like saying that, oh, you think these 3 old men nobody was taking care of and they should have stopped them from going to Himalayas because nobody cares of old people, and they would have broken their bones, or what if somebody died on the way, something like that. But that's not the film all about.
Yeah. Coming back to Uunchai, sir, I think somewhere I'm hoping that the audience would also resonate with what I felt while I was watching the movie, that Everest is there in the film as a physical entity, but somewhere down the line it's also like a metaphorical a symbol in the minds of the characters, that you want to achieve a certain thing which looks unachievable. I want to know what is the Everest for Anupam Kher in real life, that something that Anupam Kher still hasn't achieved, something that
I changed my Everest is every day a new Everest. I like to conquer everything, my fears. I would like to find difficulties. Breaking a barrier is reaching an Everest. Breaking a stereotype is reaching an Everest. We all have it. That is why the audience of all ages are resonating with this film. And I have been doing that. I was 28 when I played a 65-year-old man's role in Saransh, in my first film. I was the first person who broke the myth of typecasting. I was doing Karma, I was doing Ram Lakhan, I was doing Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Khosla Ka Khosla, Wednesday. You cannot slot me.
Absolutely.
So that means I am able to do that because I have no fear of failure. It's the fear of failure which makes you a stereotype. कि मैं यार ये कर लेती हूँ या ये कर लेता हूँ because ये मैं ठीक करता हूँ. But everyday नया है. मैंने अंग्रेजी बोलनी नहीं मुझे आती है. मैं अंग्रेजी फिल्मों में काम करता हूँ.
Right.
I think in Hindi. I don't think in English.
Right.
So for me to do Silver Linings Playbook or Bend It Like Beckham or to do a series New Amsterdam is all that. For me to sort of remain relevant, I'm breaking every day all kind of barriers. Yeah.
So tell me this then, very, very, very straight away, I'm asking you, wherever you are in life today or in career, is this where you set to be when you started?
I have no idea where I will be. I'm just enjoying the journey. I'm never worried about the destination.
Yeah.
Today, 2022, I have the 3 biggest hits to my name. Kashmir Files, Karthike 2 and now Uunchai.
Yeah.
Means if box office is a barometer of your success, then my films will collect at least in the next 1 week 500 crores. I had never thought that I will reach this stage. But then I always say that kuch bhi ho sakta hai.
I was coming to that, sir. Oh, what is happening? Are you please tell me that you are working on the new season of the show? Please.
I have started a show now for my YouTube channel called Manzile Aur Bhi Hai.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, first episode had my mother in it, and my other episodes now I'm recording them, and I'm coming up with, because that's also, as the title suggests, is also about finding motivation in people, how they live their life and how they change their course of life.
Yeah. So you mentioned Kuch Bhi Ho Sakta Hai. It took me to this very, extensively viral reel that I'm witnessing these days. It has your episode with Shah Rukh Khan, wherein this statement, I don't know if you have seen that, but that when Shah Rukh appeared on your show, he said something like, that I am the last of the superstars. And that is something that's been going extensively viral, everywhere, ever since, SRK's birthday that happened recently. I want to tell me, Do you go back to all these episodes and sometimes feel that these are the conversations, these mindful thoughts that one live for in life?
Oh, they keep popping on my Instagram page. This conversation, I've seen it. I am very thankful to everybody, all those people who appeared on that show and reveal what they actually feel. Talk about their innermost fears and motivate. That's why that show was very motivating. That's why they have gone viral. The fact that they could share all that with me humbles me. Yes, I keep seeing that. I keep seeing that all the time. And everybody who came on that show, from Priyanka to Shah Rukh to Manoj Vajpayee to Om Puri ji, everybody, they said such amazing things. That was the biggest learning for me. I was the most person who got most inspired listening to this conversation.
Right. And do you believe that SRK is the last of the superstars? Let me ask you that then.
I think it was a very charming statement that he made. But this year the superstar is Anupam Kher.
On that note, may you continue to reign, sir, both at the box office and in the hearts of the audience. May you stay relevant, and give my regards to your mom, sir. I love her. All the entire family loves her.
Thank you
so very much.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, sir. I hope you enjoyed the conversation.
Lovely. Very lively and very spunky. Lovely.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Siddhant. Bye.